The relentless sun scorched the rugged landscape as Giovanni Martini spurred his horse across the uneven ground. A crucial note from Adjutant Cook clenched tightly in his hand. The urgency of his mission echoed in his thoughts. Be swift. Bring reinforcements. Custer's survival and the fate of his command depended on Martini's speed and determination. He had barely begun his ride when the sharp crack of gunfire shattered the air, signaling the battle's escalation. Despite the rising tension, Martini remained steadfast, though the danger was palpable. As he raced between 3411 and Reno Hill, his horse suddenly jolted, its movement erratic, as though struck by an invisible force. Moments later, Martini noticed blood seeping down the animal's flank, a wound inflicted by Native American gunfire. Although not immediately fatal, the injury significantly slowed the horse's pace. The once agile creature now labored with each step, every movement a struggle. Martini urged it forward, fully aware that even the smallest delay could have dire consequences. The message he carried was not just vital. It was a potential turning point in the battle. The distant rumble of gunfire and faint cries of men locked in combat filled the tense air. Martini's resolve did not waver as he pushed onward, the weight of his mission pressing heavily upon him. Each passing moment felt like an eternity. The wounded horse, though valiantly continuing, was visibly weakening, its steps faltering with every stride. For Martini, this was not merely a race against time, but a grueling test of endurance. Drawing on his training, he focused on his singular purpose: deliver the message to Benteen and ensure reinforcements arrived in time. Failure was not an option. Yet, the growing presence of Native American warriors in the area, marked by the gunfire that struck his horse, underscored the precariousness of his mission. What had initially seemed like a skirmish was evolving into a full-scale battle, and Martini was at the heart of its chaos. His journey, though singularly heroic, would later be dissected by historians as a pivotal moment in the Battle of Little Bighorn. Under the blazing sun, with the cacophony of war surrounding him, Martini pressed his injured horse to its limits. The stakes were immense. Custer's command depended on the timely delivery of this note. Despite the horse's wound and the relentless terrain, Martini's determination was unyielding. His role as a messenger carried a weight far beyond the written words he transported. In the chaos of battle, communication was not just a tool, but a lifeline. It was the thread that connected fractured commands, the means by which strategies could unfold and survival was possible. At Little Bighorn, where no radios or telegraphs could bridge the distances, men like Martini bore the immense responsibility of linking commanders to their troops. The terrain was unforgiving, a mix of steep ridges and dry, jagged ground that tested even the hardiest mounts. On top of this, the messengers faced constant threats of ambush and capture from swift-moving Native American forces. To carry a message through such perilous conditions was an act of extraordinary courage. Martini's determination, however, stood in stark contrast to another messenger that day, Sergeant Daniel Knipe. While Martini's unrelenting drive ensured Cook's note reached Benteen, Knipe's actions became a source of suspicion and criticism. Unlike Martini, whose mission was marked by urgency and resolve, Knipe's journey was riddled with delays and uncertainty. Why? Many would later question. Did Knipe fail to exhibit the same resolve? The disparity between the two men's actions would become a defining narrative of the battle's aftermath. Martini's efforts symbolized the grit and dedication required to navigate the chaos of war, while Knipe's conduct left a shadow of doubt over his legacy. In moments of crisis, the line between success and failure is often razor-thin, measured in mere minutes or even seconds. For Martini, the outcome was clear. He delivered his message despite the odds. For Knipe, the lingering questions about his intent and effectiveness would forever cloud his role in history. At Little Bighorn, messengers were far more than couriers. They were the lifeblood of communication, the conduits through which the hopes and survival of entire units flowed. Martini's grueling journey, marked by danger and adversity, exemplified the critical role these men played. His wounded horse and the hostile forces surrounding him were mere obstacles to overcome in the pursuit of his mission. But for Knipe, the narrative would be one of missed opportunities and unanswered questions. A reminder that in the theater of war, every action, or lack thereof, holds profound consequences. The scorching sun bore down relentlessly as Giovanni Martini rode through the rugged terrain, clutching the vital note from Adjutant Cook. His mission was crystal clear: deliver the message to Captain Benteen with utmost urgency. Every second mattered. Yet, while Martini's determination was unwavering, another figure from the Battle of Little Bighorn, Sergeant Daniel Knipe, would forever be remembered with questions that cast a long shadow over his actions. Unlike Martini, whose path was marked by urgency and resilience, Knipe's journey was clouded with ambiguity and hesitation. Martini's task began shortly after Custer assessed the battlefield. Determining reinforcements were critical. With a written note emphasizing speed, Martini set off with a clear objective. His journey, though fraught with danger, showcased his resolve to complete his mission despite his horse being wounded by enemy fire. He pressed forward, fully aware of the stakes. Knipe, however, presented a stark contrast. His account of events would later spark doubts and controversy. He claimed to have received verbal orders at 1:47 p.m. from Tom Custer to expedite the pack train's arrival. Yet, despite the apparent simplicity of his task, Knipe failed to deliver the message effectively. Historians have dissected his timeline, raising troubling questions. If Knipe departed when he claimed, why did he take so long to reach his destination? Why did he fail to convey the urgency of his orders to McDougal or Mathy, who were responsible for the pack train? The mystery deepened as no witnesses confirmed receiving any message from Knipe. His tardiness, coupled with the lack of any recorded action upon his arrival, led some to speculate whether he had deliberately avoided returning to the heart of the conflict. Did Knipe seize the opportunity to retreat to a safer position under the guise of fulfilling his orders? His delay became even more suspect when compared to Martini's journey, which was completed with commendable speed despite significant obstacles. Knipe's defenders argue that he may not have fully grasped the gravity of the situation or that unforeseen circumstances hindered his progress. However, the inconsistencies in his story, such as attributing his orders to Tom Custer only after the latter's death, cast further doubt on his credibility. Unlike Martini, whose determination in the face of adversity became emblematic of the critical role of messengers in battle, Knipe's actions left lingering questions about his commitment and intent. Martini's resilience stood in sharp relief. Despite his horse's injury, the treacherous terrain, and the constant threat of Native American warriors, he pressed forward. His mission was defined by clarity, urgency, and unwavering focus. Meanwhile, Knipe's slow pace, dubious claims, and lack of decisive action became a point of contention, raising broader questions about the nature of duty and courage in battle. In the chaos of Little Bighorn, where communication was the lifeline of strategy, the roles of messengers like Martini and Knipe underscored the fragile balance between success and failure. Martini's journey, marked by determination and perseverance, would stand as a testament to the critical importance of his role. Knipe's actions, however, remained steeped in uncertainty, a cautionary tale of how hesitation and ambiguity could overshadow even the most straightforward of missions. The slowed pace of Martini's horse was a testament to both the rough conditions and the animal's injuries. Yet, even in such adversity, Martini maintained a remarkable speed, far outpacing Sergeant Daniel Knipe's progress despite the added burden of a wounded horse and the constant threat of Native American forces nearby. Martini's persistence paid off when, at 2:41 p.m., he reached Benteen's command and delivered Cook's urgent note. "Be quick, bring packs." Those few words carried the weight of the unfolding battle and the survival of Custer's men. The critical question, however, was whether Benteen would act swiftly enough to make a difference. Historians have debated the significance of the message's phrasing. Did it merely call for logistical support, or was it a plea for full reinforcement? Regardless of interpretation, Martini had fulfilled his mission with courage and determination, accomplishing what Knipe had failed to do. Martini's swift ride under harrowing conditions remains one of the battle's defining moments, while Knipe's journey stands in stark contrast, marked by delay, ambiguity, and lingering doubts about his intent. Before Martini's dispatch, Custer observed the battlefield from Cedar Coulee, confident in his command's position. From his vantage point, he saw Reno's forces engaging the Native American warriors in the valley below. Dust and smoke rose from the skirmish, but Custer interpreted the scene as manageable. He believed Reno's men held their ground, and the hostiles appeared scattered and disorganized. This perception, informed by his past successes and bold military instincts, bolstered Custer's confidence. He was unaware of the thousands of Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors assembling beyond his view, preparing for a decisive counterattack. Custer's message to Benteen reflected this confidence. It was not a call for retreat or desperation, but a directive to consolidate forces for what he believed would be the final push to victory. The note's phrasing, "Come on, big village, be quick, bring packs," underscored the urgency, but carried no hint of panic. Custer anticipated that Benteen would join the main force, not rescue a deteriorating situation. However, this confidence, based on incomplete information, would prove tragically misplaced. As Martini rode with singular focus, Knipe's actions diverged sharply. Dispatched around 1:47 p.m. by Tom Custer, Knipe was tasked with urging the pack train forward to support the advancing troops. This seemingly straightforward mission became a source of enduring controversy. Unlike Martini, who delivered his message promptly, Knipe's journey was marked by unexplained delays and inconsistencies. Knipe's claim that he left at 1:47 p.m. suggests he should have reached the pack train within an hour. However, records indicate that he took far longer, traveling at a pace that was inexplicably slow for a cavalryman on an urgent mission. Moreover, upon his arrival, neither Captain McDougal nor Lieutenant Matthey, the officers overseeing the pack train, recalled receiving any message from Knipe. Instead of delivering his orders, Knipe reappeared on Reno Hill without urgency, blending into the chaos of the battle. These discrepancies raised critical questions. Why was Knipe's pace so slow? Why did he fail to communicate his orders? And what were his true intentions? Some speculate that Knipe used the mission as an opportunity to retreat to safety, avoiding the escalating conflict. This theory gains traction from Knipe's own shifting accounts. He only attributed his orders to Tom Custer after the latter's death, making it impossible to verify his claims. The absence of urgency in his actions contrasts starkly with Martini's determined ride, further casting doubt on Knipe's motivations. Martini's mission was clear-cut and executed with unwavering resolve, securing his place in history as a symbol of duty and perseverance. In contrast, Knipe's story remains a cautionary tale of how hesitation and ambiguity can overshadow even the simplest tasks. While Martini's role exemplified the critical importance of communication in battle, Knipe's actions left a shadow over his legacy, prompting historians and soldiers alike to question what truly happened during his fateful ride. Adding to the confusion surrounding Sergeant Daniel Knipe's actions was his delayed revelation about who had given him the order to return. When Knipe arrived at Reno Hill, he made no mention of Tom Custer's involvement. It was only much later, after the battle had concluded and the Custer brothers' deaths were confirmed, that he claimed Tom had sent him back. This convenient posthumous attribution fueled suspicion. Why had Knipe waited so long to disclose this information? Was he shielding himself from criticism, or was there another reason behind his delay? Knipe's actions stand in stark contrast to the bravery and determination demonstrated by other messengers, especially Giovanni Martini. While Martini faced gunfire, a wounded horse, and relentless pressure to deliver his message with speed, Knipe seemed to proceed at an unhurried pace. The contrast between Knipe's delayed performance and Martini's swift and courageous ride highlights a key difference in their approaches to their missions. Historians have long debated whether Knipe was simply a soldier who fell behind, or if he intentionally delayed his return to avoid the escalating dangers of the battlefield. Some argue that Knipe saw an opportunity to stay in a safer position with the rear guard rather than risk returning to the fray. Others suggest he may not have fully grasped the urgency of his mission, an unlikely scenario given his military experience. Ultimately, Knipe's slow pace, failure to deliver the message, and the murky circumstances surrounding his orders leave his actions open to interpretation. In contrast, Martini's ride remains a testament to resilience and duty under fire. Despite his horse being wounded and the constant threat of enemy attack, Martini persevered. His success in delivering Cook's note to Captain Benteen exemplifies the critical role messengers played during the battle. Martini's ability to navigate treacherous terrain and hostile territory demonstrated the vital importance of communication in war, where even the smallest delay could prove catastrophic. However, even Martini's heroism could not change the disastrous outcome of the Battle of Little Bighorn. Although Benteen received the message, he did not rush immediately to Custer's aid. Historians continue to debate Benteen's reasons, whether he misunderstood the note's urgency or exercised caution in a situation he did not fully understand. By the time Benteen arrived, it was too late to save Custer and his men, who had been overwhelmed by the massive force of Lakota, Cheyenne, and Arapaho warriors. Knipe's failure to expedite the pack train, a critical resource for Custer's command, compounded the disaster. Supplies and reinforcements that might have bolstered Custer's position never arrived in time. Whether Knipe's delay was intentional or the result of unforeseen circumstances, its consequences were undeniable. His hesitation contrasted sharply with Martini's urgency, emphasizing how critical decisions, or the lack thereof, shaped the course of the battle. The actions of these two messengers reflect the broader challenges of communication during the Battle of Little Bighorn. In a conflict defined by chaos and uncertainty, every moment counted. The ability to deliver messages swiftly and clearly was a matter of life and death, underscoring the immense pressure on messengers to perform their duties without faltering. While Martini's ride is remembered as a symbol of determination and courage, Knipe's journey has been marked by doubt and suspicion. His failure to deliver his message in a timely manner and the inconsistencies in his account have led many to question his role in the battle. This contrast between the two men highlights the profound impact that even small actions can have during pivotal moments in history. At the heart of the Battle of Little Bighorn lay the decisions of its leaders, particularly Custer. His underestimation of the Native American forces and his overconfidence in his ability to coordinate his troops contributed significantly to the defeat. Yet, the messengers played a crucial role in this tragic narrative, serving as both the lifeline and the weak link in the chain of communication. Martini's success and Knipe's failure illustrate the delicate balance of duty, speed, and reliability in war. Their contrasting stories serve as a reminder that in the fog of war, every action or inaction can carry monumental consequences. The lessons drawn from their experiences at Little Bighorn underscore the complexities of communication and the enduring importance of responsibility in the face of adversity. The final moments of these messengers' journeys provide a fitting conclusion to their contrasting legacies, underscoring the complexities of war and the profound impact of individual actions. Giovanni Martini's ride, amidst the chaos of the Battle of Little Bighorn, stands as an enduring testament to bravery and resolve. Despite the hostile forces closing in, the injury to his horse, and the constant danger, Martini never wavered. His singular focus on delivering the note from Adjutant Cook to Captain Benteen has solidified his place in history. The note, "Benteen, come on, big village, be quick, bring packs," remains one of the most significant written orders of the battle. Though it ultimately failed to change the outcome, Martini's successful delivery demonstrated the essence of duty under fire. His legacy is one of steadfast courage, a soldier who fulfilled his mission against overwhelming odds. His name is often spoken with respect in recounting the tragic events of Custer's last stand. Yet, lingering questions remain. Could Martini's message have turned the tide if Benteen had acted more swiftly? Or was the battle irreparably lost before the note ever reached its destination? While these debates continue, one thing is clear. Martini did his part, exemplifying the determination and sacrifice of a soldier in battle. In stark contrast, Daniel Knipe's story is steeped in ambiguity and doubt. His mission, marred by delays and a lack of urgency, casts a long shadow over his role in the battle. Tasked with expediting the pack train, a vital component of Custer's strategy, Knipe failed to deliver. Unlike Martini, who braved similar dangers with resolute speed, Knipe's progress was inexplicably slow. By the time he returned to Reno Hill, the battle had escalated, and the supplies that might have bolstered Custer's men were delayed. This failure, whether due to circumstance or intent, had far-reaching consequences. Adding to the controversy was Knipe's post-battle claim that Tom Custer had ordered him back. This assertion, made only after Tom's death, raised suspicions. Without Tom alive to confirm or refute the account, Knipe's motives were questioned. Was he a victim of the battlefield's chaos, or did he use the mission as an excuse to retreat from the front lines? His hesitation and failure to communicate effectively contrasted sharply with Martini's unwavering determination, leaving his legacy tainted by doubt. The stories of Martini and Knipe serve as poignant reminders of the unpredictable nature of war. Martini's ride, defined by resilience and purpose, represents the heights of military duty. Conversely, Knipe's actions illustrate how hesitation, whether deliberate or accidental, can shape the course of history in unforeseen ways. Together, their experiences reflect the broader truths of warfare, the interplay of courage and fear, triumph and failure, clarity and ambiguity. As the Battle of Little Bighorn continues to be studied, the legacies of these two messengers offer valuable insights into the human experience in combat. Martini's journey shines as a beacon of perseverance, a reminder of what can be achieved when resolve triumphs over adversity. Knipe's story, on the other hand, highlights the consequences of hesitation, serving as a cautionary tale of the critical role individual actions play in moments of crisis. Ultimately, their stories transcend the battlefield, offering a window into the complexities of war. In the chaos of Little Bighorn, the decisions and actions of these two messengers rippled outward, influencing the lives of many and shaping the legacy of one of America's most infamous military defeats. Where Martini stands as a symbol of steadfast duty, Knipe remains a figure whose actions provoke scrutiny and debate. Together, they capture the profound, often contradictory nature of war, where clarity is rare and every decision carries immense weight. Their legacies remind us that in the theater of war, even the smallest actions can have monumental consequences, rippling through history in ways still debated today. Thank you for watching the video until the end. Don't forget to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you won't miss any new videos from us. What do you think about today's topic? Leave your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found the video helpful, feel free to share it with your friends and family. We hope you had a great time. See you in the next video with even more exciting content. Make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out.